All done and dusted? Brilliant. Thank you for coming so early to personnel meeting at 6:30 tonight. I'll just crack on through all the formalities as quickly as possible. Apologies for absence.
I haven't had apologies for absence, but Councillor King did say that he probably won't get here till 7. Not King, Davis.
Yeah, Councillor Davis, he will hopefully be joining us later. He's got to pick up people to sort out. So, yeah, that sounds fine. Declarations of interest. Any declarations of interest? They're all in the news at the moment. Peculiar interest today. No, nothing. Lovely. Representations from interested parties.
Nothing.
No requests from interested parties, I assume. So, approving the minutes of the previous meetings. Are there any things to raise from the meeting in October? Minutes here. Just one typo. Where was it? 21/13/02 says the appraisal report was received and it at the client.
I've changed it.
You've changed
The
it.
one that, yeah,
It
so it makes
yeah,
sense.
Brilliant. That's all right. And of course, we now had a copy of your appraisal. It's all very good, so that's exciting. Anything from anyone else? Is it okay if I sign them?
Yes, did you want to do a sort of proposal and seconder?
Proposal and seconder. I'll second it. We're all okay with that. I shall do so, lovely. Pages. Lovely. Thank you very much indeed. So there's a possibility that we could go into camera at any point if anyone wants us to. So firstly, to receive the updated staff handbook. There are changes in yellow on the handbook. This is from April last year. Quick question, Emma. On page 2, it says, in addition, the employee will receive the following training. Is that just added in depending on who the employee is?
Sorry?
Is that just added in depending on who the employee is?
It's for everybody who's employed, when they first start, any training that they need to do straight away, then during that induction period, then.
But I'm saying at the moment it just goes blank. There's no specific training.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's then just.
It depends, yeah.
Right. I think the only 2 points I had directly on section 5, it mentions all workers. Is that on purpose, or is?
I can ask him.
Yeah, just worth raising because there are employees everywhere else, and it could be that workers.
Yeah, it ought to be the same word.
Has a particular reason, but it looks like it's just sitting out on its own. And the other one is the maternity and paternity leave. It talks about all female employees are entitled to maternity leave. And the website talks about if you're having a baby, which keeps it simple. And then it says that all fathers get maternity leave. It's not always the case. So again, the government website says that if your partner is having a baby, it just seems fair. So
Yeah, I can just ask him to clarify the maternity wording.
Do we need to approve this, or is it?
Not really. I can get him to tweak it, and then depending on what he says, I'll just feed back, and then I can then give it out to all the staff so that they've got a copy of the updated one.
Is the website one the more up to date and has been approved? There seem to be some differences between the one on the website and the one.
What, the handbook?
Yeah, I think the one on the website.
It's probably old.
That's what we need to.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
what
I need to check.
no, but this is the new one that we're looking at now. So I don't know what one's on the website. I don't know how old that is. It could be very old.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
oldish, I think.
But then it'll just
So we
be,
need to,
once this one is approved and given out to staff, then it can be put on.
The only other things that I thought might be worth raising now is item 7. It talks about flexible working time requests, and then we talked about the flexible working thing. And I suppose that just needs to be borne in mind. And the other thing that was mentioned when we were talking about that last time was this idea of alone working. And that-
We have a lone working policy.
We do, and I was just wondering if we needed to, if any more flexible working changes, it seems quite strict about what we have to do, about when you start and when you finish working. Supervision and communication systems are in place at the start, during and completion of the work and returning home. So just we need to bear that in mind if people are working differently, like phoning in, not phoning in, that sort of thing. And whether we need the second point down in section 25, Adel Tank House is aware of the location of any lone worker at all times. I suppose we need to be aware of that as well, because that's what we say we do. So
Well, that's me.
yeah,
So then I'm aware where everybody
yeah,
is.
that's fine. Anything else?
So I'm looking at section 9, so normally, officers, they should phone in, they should make a telephone call.
Well, it's or an email. I mean, Lisa's sick today, and it was an email.
Right, because I thought that best practice said that you normally pick up the phone and speak to your line manager,
What's the difference?
because you can have a conversation with them about the situation, can't you?
A conversation.
That's what we would do. So I can't text in an email saying I'm sick today, I have to phone and say I'm sick. I thought that was a local government stipulation.
I don't know. To be
It's
honest,
only a point, I'm only raising it because it's not what I see.
I'll check with Chris Moses what the law is. I mean, personally, it doesn't really bother me. I don't need to speak to somebody
No, that's
Yeah,
to
fine.
know
no,
that they're off sick.
We're okay with emails, because also that's then dated and timed as well.
Yeah.
Which is so it probably works both ways. But if Chris needs,
I mean, if he says that that's the people have to ring in, then I will.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's because it's different, because if you're working on wards and things, that they need to know. They wouldn't pick up an email straight. That's the point. So people wouldn't pick up an email.
I picked it up at
Yeah,
8 o'clock this morning.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
saying it
but-
wrong. I'm just saying that in different circumstances, people may not pick up an email.
Yeah.
It's a lot longer.
If it is, I mean, it's not something that I'm aware of. If it is, if Chris Moses says yes, you must be, it must be by telephone, then
He probably won't. He'll say that an email's fine, because I suppose it's about
Yeah.
context within the way that you operate.
I'm sure it'll be fine, but it's worth just clarifying.
yeah, clarify it. Yeah.
Anything else? No. The only other thing was, it's not necessary now, but the internet policy is clearly written a while ago when email was some thing that was growing from nowhere. And I thought, do we need to look at that? Do we have an IT policy, particularly with the 365 Office thing? I mean, maybe we just need to look at it over the next few months and make it a bit better, a bit sharper. I don't know if Chris has got any views on that.
I don't know. I mean, I just like whatever he's written, I assume is that's standard what goes into these sorts of things. So I don't, I agree. It does read a bit strangely, but if that's what has to go in,
Oh, no,
then
absolutely. It's just.
I mean, I'll just check with him. I'll just ask him if
It
that's
just doesn't cover lots of things, but that's fine. Right, so we don't need to approve that, we just need to say it's fine, we've received it, we've considered it, we've come back with questions, that's okay. Presumably he'll come back with feedback and we'll.
Well, what I'll do is I'll raise these
Go
points with him. Once whatever he sends back, I'll circulate it to you. I mean, if he says, "Oh yeah, I'll change that," then I'll just send you a copy of the updated one.
Brilliant, and then we can just go live with that.
Yeah.
Lovely. So next item down, to consider information received regarding the NJC pay scale increment increases and to agree our pay procedure. Have we received, have they resolved the NJC?
Not even for this current financial year.
No. I saw something today about 1.75
Mhm.
and 2, is that right? And that's sort of where it is, and that's, we've been waiting on people to hear back, and
Yeah.
so we're entirely at their behest. Okay. So one document, if I'm right, was the one from Chris.
I think when you start talking about salaries, you ought to probably consider going into a closed session.
Yep, it's fine, Bonnie. Yeah, okay.
We
Those,
need a formal proposal, in which case
Proposal.
I make it.
seconded.
Seconded, are we all okay to go? Fantastic, thank you very much.
Just I have to end it, so it's